Okay, I just wanted to see if this would confirm here. I'm glad that the new screen is looking good. Yeah, welcome to the stream. I will be right back. I'm just going to use the restroom real quick. I figured this would be easier to finally put in a little graphic that will show you when exactly it is that I'll be back. So, for those of you who are wondering why there's just complete silence, at least you'll know now. For any future viewings, I will just put a little timestamp in to when I actually get back and start, the actual meat of the stream, because it's just going to be a lot of doing a repetitive task, and I'll break down what it is. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Yeah. I'll get another bottle. Hold on. Okay. I'm surprised this controller hasn't broken yet, but you know what? We're doing it. So, anyways, welcome to the stream. I probably should just say, you know what? That's kind of pointless when there's no one here yet. So I'm just gonna say welcome to whoever's watching this in the future. I'm a random Darklink. Typically, I do pre-recorded videos here, just for the sake of, just managing my load here and, just being able to engage in a hobby. Engage. But for real, though, just being able to engage in something that is, nice to do while outside of work, while also just, seeing what it is that I could, do just to... Yeah, this is basically just a side hustle. I want to turn this into a side hustle. I want to turn this into a hobby. So if you really want someone else vying for your attention, or you're just trying to find something that you can use here to fall asleep, I'm pretty sure my streams would do that for you. All the same, I'll do my best. So I am going to just do what needs to be done. I'm going to finally turn back up the desktop audio. If you recognize this theme, good for you. It's basically, I mean, the thumbnail sort of just gives it away. Let's remove that image of Link, why don't we? Well, specifically Link in the dark, like I can't remember the exact name of it in Tears of the Kingdom, but it's like, you know, just the armor that makes it look like Dark Link, the guy that, you know, was originally the inspiration for my gamer tag. I have no idea how long that's going to last because I need to find some way to make sure that I am able to, you know, still keep the gamer tag, but not associated with someone that, you know, is basically intellectual property of another person. So, so more likely than not, I'm probably going to have to rebrand in the future. I've already just recognized that as a possibility there. So, anywho, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are tuning into this, so what I have been doing on this channel specifically is I did my first playthrough of Fire Emblem Engage, this game right here, on hard mode. It's slowly being released as it goes, and I've been having some pretty sort of convoluted rules that I've been using to make sure that I was able to make sure that I was sort of able to do what needed to be done. Because, I mean, it's just the reality of this game. Like, you know, they're long videos. They are long videos because it is a tactical RPG. I primarily shoot one take cuts of my playthrough, but sometimes, you know, it just gets so much that I try to do jump cutting within like that, you know, initial take, just to make sure that, you know, individuals are able to, who are watching it, maybe aren't subjected to it as much, though ultimately it's not, still isn't the best format. Like, I'm still working out the kinks, but anyways, I recently completed the game on my first playthrough, and so what I am just doing right now is just, you know, oh dear, sorry. Okay, so the mute button on my desktop audio is actually, well, actually mutes the stream itself. I'm so sorry, I did not realize that earlier. I'm glad I caught that when I did, otherwise you would have been listening to complete silence. But I think the biggest reasons why, you know, the biggest reasons why I just don't listen to the music when it's playing is because it's really just conflicting with my brain. Like, whenever I listen to any kind of music and I have to, like, talk over something, for example, I tend to do just better with complete silence, strangely enough, so that my brain isn't, like, completely destroy myself. So, anyways, there's something that I am doing with this. Sorry for talking over you, Louie, but there's something that I'm doing with this wherein if you could believe it, the entirety of my first playthrough, I didn't even know this existed. Like, when I started this playthrough, it was the first time that I actually really forced myself into a game over situation. And then these options pop up, and I'm just like, what? Mind blown. Like, I did not utilize this at all while I was grinding, because usually, like, I went with the logic of the previous game and how they did, you know, retaining EXP, And so I just sort of expected that they just removed that entirely. And so I played the entire game. I invested 200 hours into my original playthrough. And I just completely wasted too much time. Like, as a player of the Fire Emblem series, like, it's not necessarily the tactics that, you know, appeal to me, even though, like, it does make for some, like, fun instances that only I can really, well, one of the, like, certain people that have a similar background as I do, like, be able to actually...
Your orders, please.
Let me just move Louis over here again, and let's just complete the cycle here. I want to make sure that I am changing and engaging with the emblem, because, yeah, this is basically this game's version of, like, you know, grinding in its most efficient form. It's just like actually forcing yourself to game over. And if you can, if you luck out on a certain skirmish and you get some silver corrupted, one of them just threw a spear at me. Like, I just, well, all I really am trying to do is repeat the same map over and over while retaining the EXP that I've obtained. And then I set myself up with a random threshold for how long I'm going to be doing this map before I actually complete it with characters that I'm utilizing. Which is all of them, except Vander, because Vander is a Jagan and just really hard to level in general. In this game especially. So, like, if anything, he would benefit more from having characters that are able to just give him, like, EXP for defeats regardless in the arena, so that he can actually gain levels. Like, that's really the only way that I can see that, you know, you're able to put Vander in a place where he could finally just, like, get maxed, because his eternal level is just high. You know, it's just much higher than everyone else's when you start the game. So I just doing that. And it seems to be like this is a more lucky version, and I'm showing the full process here because ultimately this is something that I can just play and actually talk to you guys who are, you know, listening in as I'm pitching myself to you. Like, this is a lot. This is a lot. Yeah, there are two particular silver corrupted on this in particular. And the reason why I just have Tiki paired with Louis is because Tiki is, amazingly, you know, DLC, like the upside of DLC, instead of putting, like, the EXP in, well, putting, like, EXP and, well, you can gain, like, increases in EXP naturally by just playing the game and obtaining a specific emblem, which, you know, because this is a playthrough where I finished this after I finished my initial playthrough, I am just going to just point out that, yeah, this is merely for the fun of it. Like, I am trying to see how far I can push the limits of each individual character in this game, because basically, long-winded tangent, I do not speak in coherent well, I do not have coherent logic going from one thought to the other. Like, I'm spitballing here, and, you know, this is basically what you will get whenever you have a conversation with me. Man, I hate that corrupted wolves are backup units. Like, that's just already adding to the frustration, because it isn't going to be individual enemies that, you know, are able to kill someone like Louis, who, as a soldier right now, he is basically a copy of Radiant Dawn's, like, early game tank Aaron, who is also a soldier. I mean, Louis started out as a knight, but I classed him into a soldier just because, like, the way that, you know, stuff is distributed, like, and there we go. Death by chain attack.
I must bow out, else I fear my eyes might close forever.
Yeah, I'm also playing on casual, because, once again, this playthrough that I'm doing right now is merely for the sake of resetting my sanity, because, spoiler alert, because I played this game before, and I have just, you know, completely played it. Well, okay, maybe not spoiler alert. I would say spoiler alert to the experience that you're going to see unfold if you actually want to check out my playthrough, which, you know, can be a bit of a grind to get through, because I do, once again, one take recordings. Because of that, like, sorry. I want to make sure I'm properly hydrated here. It's just, I was actually disappointed in this game, but then I also, just thinking back on it now that I'm just playing this like level of difficulty within the game, like, especially for like playthrough number 2, after I finished the game on hard classic, my anger and just intense feelings just melted away. Like, I still had my disagreements with what this game employed that I still have an issue with, but, you know,
Let us be off.
when you're not constantly pressured into thinking, like, you know, you have to do this or that, and, you know, because I finally know that, oh, shoot, I thought automatically. I put my current threshold for how much I'm actually going to be grinding people up to before I actually resume my own, like, playthrough here in number 2 is, level 17. And I did that because female Alear. I gotta say, my first impressions of her, I made such a huge mistake, like, you know, selecting the male Alear as my unit character, which, to be quite honest, I don't even understand why this game has to have a my unit character, because, for one, you can't customize this character. You cannot customize this character, and they also have more of an involvement with the story as opposed to Byleth, who, you know, with Byleth, you chose what he said, frankly. You chose what he said, even though they were just, like, simple, silly prompts. Like, you had a little bit more of a choice in the interactions that you had with individuals within the game through the character. And so, even though you could not change who you are, I mean, you still had a little bit of interaction and, you know, a little bit of some influence in what you could do. And so, therefore, you were interacting with this world through the avatar that was given to you. In Engage, though, that does not exist at all. This character is its own character, and I'm saying it because they can either be male or female. Or, yeah, it just... You can't really do much with, like, you know, putting your own spin on this. And so, for my second playthrough, I didn't even put my name. I just put Alear because, honestly, Alear is the character. I don't see why you would put a my unit in this game when, you know, there's just not much of a way to, like, exert some kind of influence over it. I mean, that's the thing that I sort of have an issue with Robin and other MUs, like Robin and Corrin. It's just because, like, you know, really though, you really couldn't do much. I mean, making a silent protagonist like Byleth, even though there was no customizability, like, I enjoyed that. Maybe I'm just biased for Three Houses, but I enjoyed that more because you did have to make choices in the game, and because he barely spoke, it's like, you know, you were basically him. Like, you interacted through him. So I don't know if you're technically supposed to be him or technically be Sothis, because, to be honest, it's kind of a godlike power to have influence over one person in a fictional world. But, you know, that's the appeal of video games. But anyway, like, I have gone down the list of just individuals. I have trained individuals up, and I mean everyone up. Holy crap, he already capped dexterity. Huh. But yeah, I'm also playing this on fixed growths too, so what you see is the only influence that has been, like, put on these characters is the fact that I gave everyone the Tiki emblem while I was grinding, so they ended up getting, you know, an aptitude skill added on in the form of Star Sphere, as you can see, like, right. Actually, on the right. Literally on the right. I was not planning to say that, but it works. But anywho, it's a simple structure. I select a character, and I still have yet to train up where I was able to get into a second tier, or whether it be through reclassing them or using a master skill. And that's sort of what I've just been doing, just to gain more levels on everyone. Like, I selected people to go right into their advanced classes. I chose people to reclass into their base class, other base classes, just to bide time until I got more master seals and second seals. So it also just helps that we're finally getting like, at this point of the game, like, I'm right in Somme and just about to meet Tamara, so that's where I'm at on this particular playthrough of the game. But yeah, I don't think I have too much to go. There's only only two, actually. Only two characters are left on my grind list, so you'll actually be able to see me just, like, enjoy this game. Which, I mean, the game itself, like, that word is a little contradictory to what I said previously in the past, and let me explain why. Like, my position has just once again lessened. So once again, hard mode, I've seen all the story twists, I've seen everything that this game has to offer, basically, except for maybe the support conversations. But, you know, what can you do? There's so many of them in this game. But let me save here real quick to get back on to the topic. I need to let my brain catch up a little bit.
Whatever you say.
There we go. And now it's just gonna go on auto for a little while. So I just feel as though Like, when I was... As I stated in the beginning of the game, oh, and I think it was like beginning of the stream, actually, not the beginning of the game, beginning of the stream. I stated that this might be a little hypocritical when compared to what I've said previously, both in, you know, once my original playthrough comes out and in full, and you can see just the full uncut reactions to everything. But anyways,
this is so embarrassing.
that was quick.
I'm gonna pull out.
But then
and get
again,
back to my training.
XTA has always been a bit of a squisher bee, so yeah, I figured this is gonna be. I'm gonna get a lot of game overs, like trying to like get her up to speed. But anyways, like at the time that I really just started going downhill with like how I felt about the game, I think it was chapter 20, and it was the twist that. It was a twist that was revealed, basically. I won't say when exactly, but just like the game just throws so much at you in the last fifth of the game. Like so much at you that didn't need to be crammed at the end. My perspective in that was a little heated because the thing is, whenever I play video games, like, I actually do not tend to go for the harder difficulty at first because, like, I recognize that I'm a noob, and I would just get incredibly angry in some cases if I just didn't know what the heck I was doing. And, you know, that playthrough is full of things that I didn't know what I was doing because there are so many mechanics in this game to keep track of, whether it is like something as simple as polishing the rings. Well, actually, it's mostly involving the Engage rings, because for one, bond rings, completing the bond ring collection, I stopped caring about bond rings after a certain point in the game. And so I did know that there are certain rings that give skills, for example. I ended up like trying to obtain a specific kind of bond ring from Leaf, specifically the all-in bond ring, because I didn't realize it at first, but getting Olwyn's S-rank bond ring grants the ability to any mage who's wielding just a Thunder Tome. It can't be El Thunder or Thoron as specified in the description of this bond ring. It gives any tome wielder wielding a Thunder Tome to inherit the power of the Meme Lord himself and cast Dire Thunder. It turns any Thunder Tome into Dire Thunder, which is just that. I wish I knew that before, because I'll be honest, like if I thought to do anything, like, it would be, you know, getting Citrine to, first off, inherit Vantage from Leaf, and then, basically, yeah, inherit Vantage from Leaf, and Reprisal from Veronica. Cannot be touched. Cannot be touched. I swear, like, that is a combination that I want to try as soon as I can. And because, you know, even though she wouldn't be able to utilize every strength of that class, I do want to end up, like, making her a Mage Knight on this playthrough, merely just for the fact, like, oh, okay, scratch that. I won't put Reprisal. I put Canter Plus from Sigurd, which would synergize well with the mountedness of it. It would especially work well in this map because, you know, this frost tile thing grants +2 movement if you wait on the space. And so next turn, you're able to get +2 movement, which is great. And yeah, ETA is probably going to die at some point soon. But then he was like back on that skill. Like,
Don't worry, I'm fine.
I wasn't aware of that, and so I just didn't really care about the bond rings. I also really didn't care about polishing the rings, even though they gave like a bond support increase, and you know, just like I really didn't know how much that actually influenced anything at all regarding the bond supports that you got, and so I just didn't really care. What I was really thinking of trying to do was eliminate all the unnecessary stuff that I could live without so that I could just focus on the process. Even though there are some unnecessary things that I wish that I had utilized even more that I deemed unnecessary, but actually in retrospect would have worked out well. Like, for example, forging more weapons. Forging more weapons would have made my playthrough a whole lot better, because I would consistently complain about one measly point of damage being the difference between actually, you know, taking taking an enemy unit out and you're dead.
This is so embarrassing. I'm gonna pull out and get back to my training.
Well, resetting again. It's all part of the process. Which sort of just like lends itself to the aspect that this game really is meant for like Fire Emblem first timers, just because of that whole retain experience and try again concept. Just seems like very much, you know, I feel like for like a normal Fire Emblem player, like that would just be like I'll be honest, like it caught me by surprise when I ended up reading about it at first, when I completed the playthrough that you will eventually see on this channel. I am plugging my stuff hard on this because for some reason, I don't know what it is, but whenever I go live and whenever that ends up happening, I see an increase in my view count on various other videos thereafter. Like, I don't know what it is. It just like something's going on. I apologize if you hear any children coming from like the background.
Whatever you say.
Fortunately, I can't control that. I live in an apartment complex, and so legit, I was considering like possibly, you know, streaming until like this complex's quiet hour starts to hit, which would be around 10 o'clock. So, yeah, I mean, that would give me about a 3-hour stream, and, you know, all the same, it's just really neat. And I'm just thankful that, you know, that Silver Corrupted just goes and throws itself onto ETA there every single time, like, regardless of what I put there. Because it just really helps. It really helps with the run. Oh, and another level up. Yeah. Yeah, like, I made her an axe fighter, switching out from the archer just because it just, you know, I made her a warrior in my previous playthrough. Like, that's just the class she ended on as a warrior, and oh my goodness. So, this is a bit of a spoiler warning for anyone that,
feel it.
you know, intends to watch this playthrough that I'm going to be releasing and finished up with, like, by the end of August. ETA was single-handedly responsible for one of the luckiest RNG, like, you know, like, I don't know what exactly would be the term to describe it. Like, would it be RNG anomalies or RNG blessings? Yeah, RNG blessings. One of the luckiest, no, not one of the luckiest, the luckiest RNG blessing I think I've ever had while playing a Fire Emblem game. And that is no joke. It was the second to last map in the game. I was legit getting cornered by everything, getting frustrated by the intensity that was hard mode. Which, I mean, if I was frustrated by the intensity of hard mode, I can't imagine how worse it would be on that thing. But I'm not that much of a completionist, and I'm not that willing to destroy myself. Because I already destroyed myself enough, and I've already subjected an audience to my suffering for, like, most of this playthrough anyways. This playthrough that I'm mentioning. So, oh, you survived just long enough for the Wolf Knight Silver Corrupted to appear. Nice, critical. But anyways, to get back on track with the story, like, everything was just basically going wrong. Like, I was freaking out. My emotions were just getting so much heightened, like, intensely. And so, I was honestly just, like, I was just really unsure of, like, if I would even... And there goes FDA again.
I'm gonna pull out and get back to my training.
Yeah, apologies. I will be right back. I have to use the bathroom again, so... I'll be right back. And just so we're good... Oh, technically it's not even... Desktop audio is not picking up anything, so anyways, I'll be back soon. I just heard the kid as I was, like, coming back over here. Well, anyways, that's enough of you, Dark Link. But, yeah. obtain EXP and try again. But yeah, to make a long story short, because I feel like I just keep interrupting myself, or I get fixated on something else that just doesn't need to be fixated on when I'm trying to tell you all why ETA just ended up, or at least how ETA ended up doing one of the biggest RNG ended up with, you know, the title of like the greatest RNG blessing that I've ever had when it comes to, you know, just a Fire Emblem game. Whenever I played it, it was right near the end of the map. It was near the end of the map. Enemies were just coming at the party that I was fielding for that map, and there was that map had everything to just destroy you. I mean, it was the second to last map, which surprisingly I thought was more difficult than the final map of the game. The final map was straightforward. It had its own difficulties, but it was a lot more straightforward. But anyways, to get back on track, like, I seriously felt like if I did not beat the boss of this map right now, despite everything that was going on around me, I would... That's it. Playthrough's over. I just could not take it anymore. Like, that was the mindset that I was in at the time of recording. And so I decided to pull off my own usual strategy when dealing with, you know, these hard mode bosses. Just making sure that I had, like, in retrospect, probably like my, like, relatively, like, blessed Alchrist, just with cap defense for some reason, just come at the boss of the map, opening up with an Astra Storm, right next to, you know, the good pal Divine Dragon, with Divinely Inspiring, and Luna, proccing a couple times. One stone eliminated. Thankfully, it was only 2 stones that I had to basically break, but yeah, 1 stone breaks, and then I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get the second and third deaths to happen. And so there wasn't very much, like, options available. I believe there was Pandreo.
Don't worry, I'm fine.
Wielding a Brave Tome. Reclassed to being a Sage. Spoiler. And then... Let's see, what else did I do on that playthrough? Who else was available? I mean, I hardly remember all the details, but let's just say, like, there were not many characters who could go within reach of the boss to do some significant damage and increase my chances of success. And so that, to get to ETA, that was where ETA came in as a like, I think it was a level 7, level 8 warrior, who is in her second cycle of advanced class. Well, technically her third class cycle, because, you know, original class cycle starts out as an archer, second class cycle, she's a bow knight, third class cycle, she's a warrior. I also had her paired with the Edelgard emblem, which was, retrospect, definitely one of the better moves that I could have done, because
Can't joke with
up until that point, I had not utilized any of, like, the 3 combat arts available. I had not utilized any of the other 2, except for Fallen Star, because it gave me access to Fail Now, and I just needed a cheap shot more than anything. I didn't really care that it nullified damage from the next attacks. But instead of like, you know, doing stuff like I decided to really just take a chance here that I honestly thought was just going to like just be absolutely terrible. And death.
This is so embarrassing.
I thought it was
gonna
just going to be
pull out and
terrible
Get back to my training.
because the odds were basically just stacked against me. I decided to try and pull off a Raging Storm at this point in the game. Like, the first time I ever decided to utilize Raging Storm, for those of you who don't know, is a combat art that was introduced in Fire Emblem Three Houses that allowed Edelgard to spend some usages of her axe, Amir. I don't know how to pronounce that, but anyways, just allowed her to spend some uses of that axe in order to unleash a powerful attack while also being able to act again. And so this was brought on to the Emblem of the Rivals as a combat art that spent a decent amount of your engaged turns. And so I decided to try it with Etier. This emblem, the amount of damage it would do, it would eliminate a revival stone easy. Like, easy. Not even close. Like, it would have completely obliterated the opponent. The issue was it had a 28% chance of hitting successfully. And if you knew just how much RNG that I struggled with, or maybe it was just my perception because I was just, I was just thinking about it too much, and I really wasn't doing the math in my head for, like, the amount of, unlucky hits that I would get. I was just letting myself, like, I was just allowing myself to get sucked into a confirmation bias mishap and what have you. I just developed the perception that I, got screwed by RNG, typically from hit rates that, were still in the positive direction, even though, like, yeah. So I was just really mad for most of the game because of those hit rates that just kept happening over and over and over. Even though that I still obtained a decent amount of successful hits, but ultimately, like, I also made the mistake of deciding, like, the character that I was going to be using out of all of the DLC exclusive characters was Madeline. Because I had success in hard mode using Lue and Jade as, like, big tanks to just, like, allow the Hector emblem just to solo maps if I needed it. But yeah, that was where I was at. So I was just used to just seeing that miss flash upon the screen, and I legit had no hope that it would actually work. And so because this axe is a smashing weapon, the boss came up, strike first, no crit from them, just a regular strike. Took a lot of HP off of Etier because, once again, Etier is basically a glass cannon. And if you can see where this is going, hits, Raging Storm activates, Etier acts again, houses unite, beat the boss. I beat the boss on such insane luck. I was just... That is hands down the luckiest moment I've ever had while playing a Fire Emblem game. What is up with all the running outside? Oh my goodness. Like, I saw some kids playing outside of this apartment complex, like, as I was getting back in from my bike ride, and still, like, I don't know if these are the same kids, but it's just like, how is it that they have so much energy? Well, then again, that's also a really common thing to say about some kids, too. And Well, thankfully, Etier has almost reached the level threshold anyway, so I don't have to worry too much. Although, it's still... It would still be real bad if I just could not... Yeah, I'll do a tail smash. Hits me. Okay, at least I'm gonna get a decent amount of experience from that Silver Corrupted. That's cool. Alright. And she hit the level threshold. Awesome. Okay. All that's left is Jean. All that's left is Jean. Oh, and I also... You know, the strange thing about, like, all these game overs is that the achievements still accumulate despite how many times you
This is so
retry.
embarrassing. I'm gonna pull out and get back to my training.
So yeah, sort of like how numbers don't exist, story doesn't exist, life and death completely meaningless in this game. This sort of just adds to the argument that I had, like, when I completed that whole... If you look through my video section, I have like 6 videos with certain labels of like this many days until garbage day, because garbage day is what I refer to as the day be the video where I legit just snapped. Like, I snapped right at the beginning of the video. Like, I was just like, it was over just like one of the silliest concepts that I have ever seen before that I'm just not going to spoil at all, because it's just it's so like on top of hard mode, on top of, like, you know, just sort of the letdowns that just kept piling up with this game. Like, it's hard to describe. Like, you're gonna have to, like, you know, tune in come July and, you know, just witness my reaction. Even though you're not going to see it, you could at least hear from, like, the way that the audio is set up. And it was not a pleasant experience. It was far from a pleasant experience. Anyways, one more character to go that I have promoted, and that is good old Jean. For, if you know, yeah, I didn't make the mistake this time. This dude is staying out of any Sage garb, mostly for the fact of just being able to, you know, stay relatively, you know, in something that is just, you know, a little bit more age appropriate. Especially since I'm finally utilizing Anna the correct way. Because, yeah, she's a really good mage. I knew that even before I, you know, I looked it up. Like, I knew that she had a high amount of magic, and it's like, this just... Yeah, so I'm just really glad, you know, she's actually going to be, you know, potent. I'm not making her a sage, though, because if what my experience with Jean has taught me anything, like, I do not want her in that outfit. I do not want her in a sage garb. Oh my god, that would be so wrong. She's 11 years old, and she's already had like a decent amount of just, like, you know, like, I don't know how exactly I should phrase this, but like being taught from day one to be like just a full-on, like, capitalist satire. It's just, I mean, she's already been, like, subjected to do an interesting ideology. The last thing she needs is to, like, is to wear something like that before, you know, she grows to an age where it's like, it's a little bit more appropriate to do so. I mean, heck, like, Etier I know is 17, and even with the way that she looks now, like, I don't really, there really isn't an issue with it. I mean, she, like, the way that she looks in the fighter class garb, she looks like who she's supposed to be, like a hot-headed teenager that loves exercising. Like, she's encapsulating that so well with this outfit, and I don't know how, but it's just like, maybe it's the shorts or what. Like, ay, ay, ay. Like, this look works for her. It just works. But when Anna is just, when she's an 11-year-old, she's an 11-year-old girl, and I still have my own concerns about this fandom at times. Like, it's just, I say some questionable stuff, as do everyone, but, like, the least that I would try to do is, like, not forcibly, you know, do something that, ugh. It's just really bad. Like, that's an 11-year-old in that kind of outfit, like, outside in the elements. Like, she's not at the beach, she's not in an environment where that's socially acceptable and, like, everyone is doing it, and so it just thing melts away. Like, the social norms are just completely out the window. And, you know, because she can't, like, you know, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just going to shut up and give Jean the emblem ring. Because, yeah, he's staying in this high priest role because, you know, any class that he's put in overall is just like, because of that combo aptitude and star sphere, like, it's just, it's gonna work out just fine. You know, to be quite honest, I think I might just consider trying to utilize self-healing and actually trying to have Jean be the person that completes out this map in a small, like, solo. If I can do it like that. Let's see if I can't do it like that. I feel like I'm gonna have to restart retain EXP, but at least with you still have access to the Mage Dragon, and you're still able to gain some kind of strength from this. So, like, the way your aptitude skill works, you're still able to do some decent damage in this. Yeah, this will be just a normal thing here. Yeah, for those of you who, once again, are watching fast, I sincerely hope that, you know, you tune in when I have an actual stream going on. Like, they're pretty spontaneous, so, like, the only prep work that I can say is, like, you do need to look at the way that my videos are structured, because I have something that is raring to go every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so there are times where I just... Fixed growth, man. Fixed growth's a lot more predictable. But yeah, there are times where I'm just a lot more, I forgot my train of thought. Basically, what I'm trying to say is my streaming schedule is not constant. I do play more so for the fact I usually just don't, you know, think about it too much. Like, I just oh crud.
It's a serious wound.
I'm gonna see if I can't do something else here. Maybe change that. RNG, perhaps. Yeah, I think I might just need to accept this. Darn it, that's not good. That's just gonna take more time. There we go. Yes. Give me the game over. Give me the game over. Almost done. I'm almost done, and eventually I can head out to, you know, see the racket of Soul again. Oh man, that's seriously funny, but also, like, at least with the Racket of Psalm, I would be able to gain enough characters, at least, so that I could probably, do parts of the Fells analog, actually. With where I'm going right now, with more characters to utilize. And yes, going to save again. It's always probably the best idea to save before doing anything of the sort, just so. Still decent. Still probably a better idea to use the dragon form over every other option that I have. Even if there's just like a little bit lowered chance. Well, there are damage trade-offs. I don't know why with the lowered chance logic, but it's like, yeah, that's the issue. If that Halberdier Corrupted isn't taken out, like, it's just going to stack chain attacks on top and just make things all the more difficult to do. But still gains a level 10. 7 more levels to go, and I'm calling it good here before I was that a dual crit that I just witnessed? I think that was a dual crit that I just witnessed. This time, I think he'll survive this time? I'm not sure.
I'll be careful.
And therefore gain another level? Yeah, he'll survive this time. 45. There we go. And another level. That's cool. That is cool. Oh! Okay, a little bit of a change of pace here. So, while I was, doing stuff on my own, I actually, Alchrist of all people ended up being the first person that I've ever, seen obtain the absolute perfect level up. Which is actually quite hard to do in this game, now that I realized it, because... Okay, so the issue with this game is that, fixed mode was not unlocked until I completed the first game, my first playthrough. So for a while it was just stuck on random. The thing that I do like about random is that at minimum individuals are gaining 2 stats. I did not see people take a 0 stat level up or a 1 stat level up. In fact, the 0 and 1 stat level ups happened when, I finally started fixed mode. I think it's because... What did I just say? Oh my god, that was bad. That was so bad. Oh. Hello, grammar police. Here you go. I'm giving you my arms. Go ahead. Cuff me now. Take me away. I get it. Redundancy. That was poor language. I had a good run. But yeah. Alchrist obtained a perfect level up. Fixed mode, the way that it works, it allows for so much variability in stats. It adds predetermined values, which you will always gain a, point this of a stat, and I don't know what will trigger the level up, or what will trigger the threshold, but it's guaranteed to be somewhat in the parameters of like what the growth rates are saying and showing. So if you were to plot it out on a growth chart, if you were able to plot it out and see like when this person gains that, it'll be relatively similar to that. I mean, the only change is that, you know, when you're able to pair that with Star Sphere, like, oh, it's just great. It's just great. It just speeds up the growth trend that I see. It just gives me like a general idea of like how someone is supposed to grow, which is sort of why I decided to focus on fixed mode here for this playthrough, because I just said, like, being able to notice a trend that I can trust because it's not in any way affected by random numbers. Which, you know, looking back on it now, it's like, I can see why, like, that sort of growth rate is preferred in harder difficulties, because, I mean, it's already, like, hard enough. Like, the last thing you really need is to reduce the luck for your cell. Because you got a bad stat up.
It's a serious wound, but not a mortal one. I'd better get some bed rest and heal.
Goodbye, Jean. And game over again. Cool. Retain. So far, it's just I'm being drawn in to something that I love the most at times whenever I play a game like this. Just being able to break it as much as I possibly can and destroy, absolutely just destroy all the parameters that this game operates under. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to attempt this strategy just to utilize more of the self-healing, because I do want to see if I can't like complete this entire map using only Jean. So that would actually be really helpful. So that I don't have to like risk so I don't have to like do slower growth. It's mainly the reason why I've avoided certain aspects like that. The issue is like Jean is slow in this class. He is slow. When looking at his fixed growth, like it's not the best. It's not the best. I'm surprised with the random stats that he ended up growing as well as he did. Oh, dual misses. And the chain attacks start to get piled on, and you killed the backup. Awesome. Another level for you. Did I just go full stupid Nazi there? Oh man, it's either offensive or just... Oh, redirect magic, bro! That is just so... I hate Enchantress so much. Bro. Oh, that sucks. That honestly sucks. It just adds more redundancy. But then again, this is the grind, so I mean, I could just skip through all of this. Like, the reason why I'm padding it out is just so that I can actually take my time before I get enraptured by the main game once I go back to it. Also, so I could eventually crash off my caffeine high, because, I mean, I want to be able to sleep tonight. Like, I want to talk a lot, so much so that it uses up all of the
Let's hear it.
resources that I don't realize that I'm using because I'm hyped up on caffeine, and so I am unaware of just how much energy I'm actually using. It's giving me a false sense of just how draining I'm actually getting right now, like without the caffeine. Because I mean, I'm repeating redundant phrases over and over. I mean, I always do that, but it's a lot more prominent here. I feel a lot more empowered to just try and keep as much of this as cohesive as possible by talking as much as I can. But at the same time, it's not hiding the downsides to actual
I can still
tiredness.
help.
Like, if it actually did that, I would not be spacing out as bad as I am right now. Like, it gives me the really distinct impression that I go into these sort of streams, or any of my videos, just, you know, like I am on something, and I just can't concentrate. When in actuality, it's just because that I'm tired, and I just have problems, you know, focusing in general. So it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm given the cards that I've been given. I'm trying to think. I just need to figure out how I'm going to, you know, deal with these in a productive and safe way. Well, you've gained another level. That's nice. More defense, I'll take that. And more HP, and John dies again.
It's a serious.
And even though I know I'm going to be having to drink a lot of water here because it's 86 degrees, it sucks because I have to use the restroom again. Oh my god. Who legit wants to rewatch this? Like, my impression rate just sucks. I hope I wasn't keeping anyone waiting too long. That I have such a habit of like wanting to put my headphones back on when I'm merely trying to go through this all in silence, not hearing anything at all of what's going on in the game, so I can concentrate and not feel like I'm talking over everything. Like, maybe I should have done that more during the actual playthrough, because it's just that could have maybe led to a more engaging commentary? I don't even know. I'm willing to try anything to try to make these one take scenarios
Sounds perfect.
a little more effective. Because ultimately, I want to still give something at least a little bit quality, even though you can't really do much because it's gameplay footage and you're just commentating over it. Like so many people do that already. It's more as though, oh, I was lucky. I actually killed the backup unit this time. So that means last chain attack spurb. What's that word? Okay, you're just landing crits left and right. Just landing crits left and right. But yeah, I guess step number 2, if I really want to try and solo this with Sean, I have to go and try to just like chip off these wolves. Perfect, okay. Because at least they can only face me one at a time here. Level 15, that is a decent amount of statage. Because even if you get to level 17, I might actually just not even consider completing the skirmish because you were already at level 17, and so I might just, you know, head right into the next story chapter just to like, well, on this playthrough, just so that I can just explain why I've just enjoyed, you know, this experience a lot more from a gameplay perspective when it's on an actual story map and you're seeing me utilize all of these like different assortment of characters. Instead of just going solo like mano-y-mano against enemies. When I don't think this is ever the intention of the developers. Though, for some reason, we could have easily soloed the game with Egg. I tried attempting an Ike solo on this channel once. There was a big reason why I privated all my videos prior to going to college, and that is because I've made mistakes in those, man. It's pretty obvious. Like, the best thing I could do for that is just making sure those videos never see the light of day again. Because some of them were a little problematic. Not problematic enough that that it would probably cancel me, but problematic as it is, like it does not reflect who I am at all. Yeah, I think I'm starting to crash now. Awesome. At 10 o'clock, I would want to go straight to bed. Even though I've had a lot of caffeine, I would want to go straight to bed. Instead of trying to push myself through this. So, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. I can do my Spanish lesson before I go to bed, and then I can just go and make sure I'm in this circumstance where it's like so I am a baptized person with godparents, and one of their sons is here on a work trip where I'm at, and so I was planning to go hang out with him tomorrow. So I was just casually looking at my phone right now to see if he messaged me at all, because I feel like I'm gonna get a message at some point, because that actually might end the stream too. I might actually end the stream too. Okay, there we go. Just let it all play out. The same advanced structure over and over. At least Jean is almost there, and I can finally just go ahead, sit back. I don't know if this would be a good environment for it, but maybe I could like try to put you guys to sleep by doing a progressive relaxation session using from the side of the microphone. Because I sort of feel like doing that. I sort of feel like doing that right now, just like like walking you through a progressive relaxation script. Well, you're trying to watch this archived stream footage. Once again, I don't think anyone is watching. Otherwise, they wouldn't put something in the chat. And I mean, I had my chance to
I'll be careful.
be good with that stuff, and when I did not notice that someone said hi to me from the chat, yeah, I completely zoned out. That was a mistake. That was really a mistake on my part, and it sucks because I mean, it's just like, yeah. Because I don't think anyone ever intends to be rude. Like, in most circumstances, like, unless you're some kind of socio or psychopath, like, you're not going to, you won't, like, feel the need to, like, deliberately hurt someone. Like, mostly positive intent. And there goes my AC. I mean, it's 84 degrees outside, so thank you for doing... Oh, that is sweetness. Still as broken as you were before. Except you're in a promoted class, and you're actually able to grow stats. But, yeah. So yeah, I don't think I'm completing this map. I don't think I'm going to be completing this map. I think I'm just going to let
It's not
let
getting
John,
any better.
go on retreat, I get a game over, and then I go back to the world map because I'm still trying to gather all the characters that I can. And unlike the previous playthrough, I made a deliberate point that I trained everyone and that I'm utilizing them more. So Fogato is becoming a centerpiece of my main party. Like, he's a guy that I absolutely regretted not using, mostly just because of his late join time and the fact, like, his class is maybe just a little bit hard to use. You know, I'm skipping through this. I can't. I could not take it anymore.
But not a mortal one. I better get some bed rest
I was
and
patient for so long, and then it just, like, yeah. Game over. Final game over of the session. Not the stream session, but like the grinding sesh. I got everyone that I wanted to level 17 advanced, or level 17 cycle 2 of their class growth. So I would say level 37 internal is where I'm at right now. Level 37 internal. Yeah, return to the world map. Because we're not being this, and I think it might just disappear too. That's also a possibility. Oh no, but another skirmish appeared on the world, and it is a silver corrupted. Do I? Nah. I'll do that. I'll do that later. But yeah, where is that silver corrupted space? Oh, advanced class level 8. Yeah, there we go. That's gold corrupted though. Where's the silver corrupted one? Ooh. that would be a brutal map to solve because it might just be a fog of war. But anyways, I'm gonna go back to the Somnio real quick just to see if there's anything that I am forgetting, whether or not is, you know, I am feeding Sami or what. Yeah, this is. Yeah. So anyways, this is more or less just like, yeah, female Alear, and I made sure that she was in an outfit where her hair was tied up because honestly, this is the only outfit where she has her hair tied up and it makes me so mad. Like, she looks legit awesome with her hair tied back like this. Did I set up any support conversations at all? Did I do any of this reference stuff? Oh my god, I did it. Okay, so let's go confirm all the recommended stuff here. I believe this conversation was already showcased on. How is she able to swim with her hair like that? I have no freaking clue. I have no freaking clue. I have no freaking clue at all. Recommended Jade and Amber. Poor Amber though. Like, legit, consistently a subject in her books. Like, ay. Yeah, also, I made Jade an Axe Flyer because, while she actually functioned decently as a Mage Knight, especially when she had that quick riposte skill, like, I just... Citrine and Alchrist, Fagato Etier. This could be interesting. And barely anything. Awesome. In that case, did I do any army stuff at all? Oh, sorry, arena stuff. Arena stuff. Arena. I'm getting better at rolling my R's. Arena, but it's still a work in progress. And yeah, I guess there is stuff that I can do. Cool. That is cool. Sorry, who was level 19? Oh yeah, somehow Bonet got to level 19 as a Great Knight and has 35 defense for some reason now. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be. You know what? Why not? Why not?
Lady Tiki.
Leave it to me.
I want to see the old guy succeed, even though he's only 45 years old, which is... I brought it up before, it's just... Yeah, let's do it. Thankfully, everyone's at a level that, you know...
I am Vander,
if he's defeated,
32nd Steward of the Dragon.
He's going to gain some EXP.
I'll be your partner.
I must continue to improve.
11 sword. Bro. And it's probably that C conversation that I seen in the previous playthrough. Okay. Vander might actually get into level here. Oh my god.
Will you face me?
I am Zelkov. That is all you need to know.
Yeah, Zelkov's gonna destroy him too. Yep. Can't even damage him.
I must continue to improve.
Yeah. Slow chance. You actually gained a level. I'm so surprised. Let's see how bad it is. Yep. Please excuse the minimal results, Divine One. Yeah, I mean, I really didn't expect much of you. Though, if I'm being honest, because this is, after all, oh dear, what am I thinking? Because this is fixed mode, you're going to gain quite the level up on level 3, probably. If, like, your level 3 level up is going to be okay. Like, it's going to be okay. So,
I am Vander, 32nd Steward of the Dragon.
Let's have a good match.
Oh! Yeah.
I must continue to improve.
Dang, that poor Vander, but also like yeah. And just so that I can start off right away with minimal preparations, I am going to make sure individuals get one of the emblem rings that I have right now. So, so yeah, currently I have like 7 emblems. I actually did get Soren early for once, so I have 5 of the bracelets. I have 2 of the emblems. So Lynn, Lucina, Tiki, Hector, Soren, Edelgard, and Veronica. So, yeah. So, first off, either Soren or Veronica, which would be more useful because one gains. You know what, Soren.
Of course.
That'll work. Let's see, Veronica. I can't believe you've already capped dexterity. You're going to cap speed soon, but you will cap dexterity. You've already capped dexterity. Veronica.
Lady Veronica!
I'll fight for you.
Thing about Fixed Growth Clan, he's growing like he should. He's actually gaining decent magic, so decent for him at least. So once again, I did put the Tiki emblem on him, so like that's probably why he capped dexterity so quick. Also, for some reason, I don't know why the Mage Knight has absurdly high strength and magic caps compared to dexterity and speed, and then also pretty high res. I don't get this game's caps at times. Yeah. Other emblem rings. I'm specifically focusing on she capped res. Okay. I think just for the funnies,
Lynn.
Let's go.
Zelkov's gonna gain Lynn. And then you're getting.
Edelgard, we shall win.
Okay, so Hector and Lucina are all that's left. So Hector and Lucina, you're a soldier. Don't need to do much there. You're an expert. Where's Boucheron? Who also, this dude is absolutely jacked in this class, man. And also, like, the dude has capped build. Like, I hated that I slept on this guy. I slept on this guy because he's legit one of the only characters that can wield high weight weaponry without speed penalties, and he has a decent speed growth, like one of the highest in the game. I just like, he has potential. He just starts out so awkwardly, so it's just, yeah. But yeah, no speed penalty for him. Like this guy's done his training, and he's going to do great things. Yeah, you're also getting the Lucina emblem.
Lucina.
Ready.
And then let's see, who's gonna gain the Hector emblem? Who shall gain the Hector emblem? Who shall gain the Hector emblem? You're basically a Paula as a flyer, which is just fine. You also still have 11 build because fixed mode allows you to grow a build for once. Level 19. I'm just trying to find individuals that don't have their like bars maxed out in EXP. That's really the guidelines that I'm looking forward to. You know, mainly for the difference, and you cap defense. Mainly for the difference.
Hector.
Leave it to me.
Why not? Why not? it actually gives her defense, so I'm just gonna put that on her so she's not going to suck as bad when it comes to taking damage. Because once again, she is a freaking squishy jelly bean. Which doesn't sound good. That sounds like the jelly bean went bad. So, not a good analogy. Not a good analogy. And as in, like, not the quality of the analogy, but, like, not a good analogy to be putting on Etier. Like, that's actually concerning. Shoot, Sami. I keep forgetting about Sami. But yeah, I just like this creature just be named Sami because, like, you know, I'm surprised with Marin's fascination of rare critters. Like, she's not, like, gawking at that, you know, the guardian spirit of the Samiel. Yeah, okay, I just need to pet this. Yeah, just need to pet you, and we're good. It takes a while for the B button to actually register on that. It's, you know, I don't know why, but bleh, yeah. Anywho, now finally going to do what needs to be done. So I just can continue to advance here. So, if you must know, like, this is already in its own dedicated video. This isn't being added to the playlist for the main playthrough. This is merely just for fun. Once again, if you forgot, I doubt that you forget, but yeah, this is a stream merely, yeah. I feel like I'm going to have a very different experience with this map because of my original experience. I was legit angry. like this was the map that I remember just inspiring a lot of heated emotions to come up.
Divine One, Royals of the Three Kingdoms, welcome to Solm Palace. I'm Sephoria, the Queen of Solm.
Okay, so I'm going to turn off auto events here because if you recall how Brandon McGinnis delivers these lines as the male Alear, when you hear the female Alear for the first time.
It's an honor to meet you, Queen Sephoria.
It's still not perfect, but like Laura Stahl does a fantastic job. A fantastic job. And you know, it's like, thing is, I don't know what the heck happened with Brandon McGinnis because he is a good voice actor. It's just, for some reason, like, it just felt a little more awkward to me whenever I had to hear male Alear talk, and I sort of just got used to it, you know? But...
And you. Really, it's a treat.
She just sounds so much better to me,
and
you know?
a surprise. I never expected Fogado to bring the Divine Dragon here. Out of everything he's done on his outings, this is the most impressive.
I was just doing what any prince would do for his queen.
Alright, this is the intolerance scene.
That's mom to you. My son tries to act so cool, so detached. Anyway, those introductions when you arrived, there were a lot of them. First you, Divine One, and then the Pyrenees, Brodian, and Elusian royalty.
Yep, we're just one merry band.
Quite the guest list. I was so overwhelmed, I nearly fell off my throne.
Understandable. Yeah.
You have my apologies. We're here about a very important matter.
So much better.
Yes, you said.
So
Bell
much
Dragon
better.
Sombron's return. I had no idea all that was happening. And he created those creatures, That explains why they're so vicious.
But your palace hasn't been attacked by the corrupted? Or Elusian forces?
Oh, it has. We got rid of them.
I see. You got rid of them.
And shock face.
Wait. Really? All of them?
You seem surprised.
I liked this more.
I'm impressed, but certainly glad no one's breached the palace.
I'm sorry to hear the other countries are having a harder time of it. And Queen Lumera, I visited her in Lethos many times. She was always very gracious. Naturally, the Queendom of Solm stands with you in your war against the Fell Dragon.
Thank you. On that note, I have a request. The Ring of the Radiant Hero, which was entrusted to Solm. May I take it?
Of course. I'll get it right away. Wait. Where was it again?
Yeah, and of course, it's just... Yeah. Intolerance incoming.
I haven't seen it for a while. Fogado, do you know where the ring might be?
No clue. Maybe it's in the doodad drawer?
Please, wait here a moment.
If only they knew what they really knew, it would just be like, oh my goodness, they wouldn't sound so terrible as people.
Oh! Okay.
The doodad drawer.
Yep, it's even worse the second time.
Has it been lying around in a musty cupboard this whole time?
Even worse.
This is one of the strongest emblem rings. I don't know what to say.
Intolerant.
Ah, you know what? I just remembered. Tamara took it with her.
Tamara?
Yep, which, because I'm actually utilizing her for the first time in this playthrough, I did look up that she had one of the most powerful class skills in the entire game, despite her lackluster status of just... Like, what really turned me off for Tamara is not necessarily her character. Like, her character, I don't mind her carefree character. Once again, gone on record saying, like, she was one of the... she was my favorite of the new designs that ended up making the cut. It's like the person that stands on the cover with Diamant, Alfred, and Ivy. I mean, out of that whole like group, I liked Tamara's design the most. And then we actually meet her, and then hijinks ensues, and then singing a song about meat. And then it's like, yeah. And then, of course, when you're actually utilizing her on the map that she joins, it's like the silver lance that she has equipped is weighing her down considerably and just, making her growth rates just, honestly... They don't, like, the silver lance does not do her justice. Her bases don't do her justice to, like, how she grows.
And my sister, also the crown princess.
She's set to inherit my crown. And like Fogado, she's always out doing who knows what. To be fair, I acted the same when I was young. Anyway, she's been gone for days.
Probably on a camping trip. Whoa, that sounds great right now.
Yeah, a camping trip to unintentionally lure out bandits so she could take them out.
So it's true.
I missed that
Princess and
context.
Prince aren't around much.
And she doesn't know when they'll be back.
We can look for Princess Tamara. Do you have any idea where she might be?
I think she was heading to the southern desert.
All right then.
Oh, sorry.
We'll head there.
Yeah, just skip through that.
A trip to the Oasis is just what I need. I'll pack my things.
Oh boy.
Actually, Mom, how about you stay put?
Oh, all right. You kids go on without me. If you find Tamara, do summon the emblem, will you? I'd love to meet him. Be careful. It's already getting dark out.
Come on, everyone. I'll lead the way.
Cool. You do that, Fogado. Anyways, just going to let this play out again.
This meat is gonna hit the spot. I hope you're hungry for fun, cause that's what's on the menu first. And now, an exclusive performance from the one and only Tamara.
Like, I should have just seen it coming, because the first thing the first thing that this, you know, this sort of gravitates to was the meat.
Performing my favorite song with my backup singers,
The cutscene.
Marin and Panette.
And of course, like, I didn't really do it justice when I first saw this, but it's like, you know, Marin legit looks cool. Like, she is really cool. I really did like her design.
As am I.
But then Panette just steals her thunder and just, like, oh my god. Like, I loved her aesthetic. I loved her aesthetic so much. I still do.
Hope you remember the words. And a 1, and a 2.
And I'm just gonna remove these real quick.
Meat, meat, meaty meat,
I'm just gonna let
meat.
it auto advance.
What have we here? A bunch of pretty birds squawking away in the night.
Yeah.
Cheap, cheap.
Cheap, cheap is right. But there's nothing cheap about the ring that one has. Let's grab it.
Meaty, meaty, ah yeah. Meaty, meaty,
Hey, hey, quit your con!
There we go.
Who are you two?
It's just like, I know the part about it is just the fact that she's completely tone deaf, but it's just like, yeah.
Come on, wake up! What do you think? We're bandits! Bandits!
It still hits.
And what do bandits do? Take stuff, like your fancy ring there. Give it.
They're still as silly as the other bandit duos.
Oh.
Oh? Oh? That's all? You're in trouble. Really in it. Right now.
In it and surrounded by it. We've got monsters. Big fans of ours. These two and way more.
I don't know how hard I laughed at it, but it was just like watching this a second time just absolutely destroyed me just because it was just so. Here we go.
So, we asked nicely, but you had to make us mad. Now, we'll do this our way.
Well, getting reinforced quickly.
I saw a bonfire. That's gotta be her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What were those strange sounds?
Tamara and her friends singing.
Ugh, God. Of all the characters that I did not use, Fagato was my biggest regret. This dude is great.
Oh, sorry.
Don't worry about it. People call them the Racket of Solm for a reason.
Still is so
weird that they stopped. An attack, you think?
Let's get over there and find out.
a lot more natural. Anyways.
Tamara!
Oh, hey, Fagato.
It's working. I feel like I'm about to fall asleep.
So, you're Princess Tamara. Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna fight through this as best as I can, but...
Don't tell me. You're the Divine Dragon, right? Fagato wouldn't have come here unless he found you first.
He wouldn't have... what?
Yep.
Not important. We've got bigger stakes to roast.
Yep,
Have to deal with these bandits for a start.
She almost dropped the plan that they were doing in place to make sure, like, these people were legit.
It'd really help if you could use your summoning powers on this ring.
Oh, cool.
The Ring of the Radiant Hero.
Yep-a-rooney.
I've always wanted to meet the person who lives in here. Can you make that happen?
We get to summon Ike again. He fights for his friends.
All right.
Great. And a 1, and a 2.
And an invocation go.
Fight on. Emblem of Radiance.
Do the thing. Yep. Here we go. He did the thing. He did the pose with Ragnar. Or is it Ragna? I don't even know how to pronounce the name of that sword.
Dang, those arms! You're ready to fight.
Buff guy.
I'm Ike.
Step up.
Make sure you use me wisely.
And once again, Greg Chun just gets better and better at voicing this stuff.
Thanks for your help, Ike. You'll be fighting alongside Princess Tamara in this battle.
I'm not so sure about that. I'll be honest. If I can remove that emblem ring in the preparations, I might just give it to someone else. Because I just... That and give Tamara a Slim Lance, actually. If I can... No, can't give her anything, but I could probably, you know, go to the marketplace and buy a Slim Lance so she's actually utilizing something that is... Okay, so Slim Lance. There we go. So while I'm not going to be utilizing her on this map just because, like, I want to make sure that she's in a place where she can, you know, do stuff initially. But yeah, bringing both thieves. Clan the Mage Knights just doing his thing. And Panette and Marin just, you know, occupying their spaces of cool. And someone who does not talk like they would normally talk. Alright. Because this is easy mode, I've done a ton of grinding. This is merely just going to be a blitz of the highest caliber.
What's that? More? Those cheap
More!
must have gone con for help.
Remember the more rant that I did? Actually, you wouldn't have seen it yet at the time of this release because that was in the episode where I faced a certain Max Bond paralog where more was the motto.
Phooey! That's what I say. They won't beat our monsters.
I mean, I get it's technically supposed to be the final, like, Max Bond parallel, but at the same time, it was just... It was redundant.
That's right. Not to mention our thieves. Experts in the art of ransackery.
So you say, but now you're even on a lower difficulty setting.
They're gonna attack the village. We have to stop them before anybody gets hurt.
Yep.
Marin, Panette, come on.
As you command, my princess. We'll crush them with the hammer of justice.
Understood.
Indeed, they shall sorely regret terrorizing these poor, innocent people.
You're gonna get mad and actually use your dialect? So that would be good. And, yep, you start all the way over there. Okay, so, obviously I'm gonna split the party up into a group of...
Let me at him.
Yeah.
Off I go.
2. I'm actually going to turn the animations on for this because this would at least allow me to just have some fun overall and just see how absolutely destructive everyone is. This is therapy for me.
I need to be more diligent.
It just helps me cleanse the rough
I'll do my best.
aspects of the playthrough that I finished, you know.
Understood.
Just recently.
What you got?
Destroy. Thank you. This is so cleansing.
Yes.
For those of you who don't remember, This particular...
I'm honored.
What's that? Bandits? Oh, jeez. I'd rather you get a hold of this than they do.
Yeah, sorry, this particular one here, this particular map, has a village here, a village space that can be visited, so that's sort of why I'm splitting up the party. But at least now, because this is like a lower difficulty setting, yeah, I get the demolish ability, it's just I'm...
The way forward is blocked, but not for long. Go, Tamara. With my strength, you'll have no problem opening up a path.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I just... Ultimately, what I want to do is make sure that I can get that slim lance out of the convoy, so, like, you're not being weighed down by a weapon that is almost having your speed. Like, seriously. She starts with 18 speed, and because her Constitution/build is 5, oh my god. It's so bad. It is so horrendously bad. And it's only worse on the, well, certain paralog, well, certain Felzenolog, because, I mean, they upgrade everyone's weapons to silver and other stuff, even though, like, that alone has a detriment to various characters that can be utilized. It's just, like, they don't give you options there. Cool. Cool. Panette still being Panette. I like that.
You think the village will loot itself? Get going!
Yeah, start at that house there.
Oh, shoot, right.
Let's go!
You know, I wonder if, like, there would be any way that I could have saved that. Okay, so they're just going to snuff out the torches now. And, of course, they're going to Tamara. That you can break. Even on lower difficulties, the RNG can be a little... rack of the Psalm. Still, you missed one of those, so... I guess that's okay.
I won, my princess.
And Marin with our higher and with our lower internal level compared to our advanced. Yes. So silly. So silly. Okay. For real though, you can just go knock it off right now.
Me first.
Seems I am too late.
Seems like that. Although, to be honest,
I'm here.
this is merely just because of how things turned out. Okay, where are ya? Low physical attack, but she can actually double stuff. Let's go. Oh, that's much better. It's much better. It's gonna make the grind a lot easier when I get around to doing that later in here. Anyways, let's have some fun here.
You're no match for me.
I love it when I can just absolutely blitz. I'm gonna do that.
Ooh, nice.
Whew. Saline who can actually kill stuff now. Oh my god, I'm so glad that, you know, you don't have any ability to be RNG screwed in this, and I just had to put the Tiki emblem on you, and then you were just gone. And now you're actually able to be utilized. Yay!
You were beautiful while you lasted.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. That's so great. That's so great. I'll be honest, I really did not want to bench her, but at the same time, it was just like, it was just what was happening. Also, he does more damage with magic. But it says this is the same fire tome he started out with, too.
Did you see that?
Yep. Yep, I did. It kind of sucks that he doesn't wind up a Mage Knight in the, Fel's analog, because that would have been really nice for class diversity, because he can't naturally become a sage without some type of emblem to give him staff proficiency. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that he's not a Mage Knight in that mode. And that was the only thing he could have promoted to without an emblem. Anyway, slowly you go and do that. Start moving your way down there. Anyone listen to Andrew WK? Okay, I do not like that. Thank you.
For the Divine Dragon.
Oh man, now this was the class that I wanted you in from the start. It's just, it sucked that I lost sight of that after a while. Destroy this.
Of course.
Oh, wait. Yeah, you're wielding a Slim Lance now, so... This might... Actually... Yeah. This would at least break you. Though I actually don't want you to gain too much experience, because once again, I will give you the Tiki emblem, and then you can just gain kills. Thank you. Thank you so much.
My gratitude.
Yeah, I think I'm playing this game again just to like get myself some form of closure for all the issues that I've had regarding it. 'Cause at least with this, and still snuffing torches. Still snuffing the torches. You know, I wonder, is this place visitable by chance, or is it just... I'm not going to think about it too much. Yay.
forget your loss.
I'm surprised she hasn't, you know, activated Ignis yet. I really am surprised she hasn't activated that yet.
Strength of the stewards.
Yep. I know. I know there's some kind of strength involved with that. Level 17 Divine Dragon. Yeah. Destroy. Destroy. And go. What am I doing? You should be attacking this bozo because he's a Wyvern Knight. Down on hard mode would be even worse because I
will not dig this grave.
They are some of the most annoying generics you can face. Yay. Nothing. Absolutely, positively nothing. Also nothing. I like this.
We'll have to fight our way through.
You thought you could smash her back? At least you can double, so I'm happy. Doesn't finish them off, but
Dream well.
yeah.
You're no match for me.
Thank you, Ate. And there we go. Just gonna continue forward. Please do your country justice. Appreciate it.
Alrighty.
Appreciated. Oof. But yeah, as I said before, I completed this game not realizing that a certain thing existed known as retaining XP after a game
All
over.
in the name of peace.
I did not know that was a thing. And had I known that was a thing, I would have abused the crap out of it during my original playthrough. But, you know, I'm learning now. I'm learning now.
Oh, thank goodness.
I won't forget you.
You thought you could snap me back? Aw. You're silly. You can't hit me!
Guided by the Empress.
And I can kill you before you gang up on me with all your chain attacks.
I'm not afraid anymore.
Nope. I am getting my revenge. I am getting my sweet, sweet revenge. And it feels good. It feels so good. You know, that's one of the most enjoyable feelings about you know, getting to do experience grinding of any kind is just that you get what you've put into it. Most of the time, that's the case, and so it is legitimately rewarding.
Oh no! I'll tell my Nana to hide. Use this to beat the bad guys.
Got it. What did you have again? Oh yeah, the rescue staff. Okay, cool. That's right. That's right. Oh, you have a poleaxe. Well, that's no good.
Did you see that?
I did. You are more or less... Ooh. That's right, you have an Elwyn tome, don't you? Don't ya? Don't ya? But yeah, it's still a couple chapters off before we get access to a limited Master and Second Seals, because once that happens, I am maxing everyone out. I'm maxing every single person out! And there's the poison. That's fun. You couldn't have smashed me back even if you wanted to. Oh boy. Pesh cats. Okie dokie. Even as a soldier, you still have 4 movement, but then again, it's a base class. When you become a halberdier, which will be the first time I'm actually utilizing 2 of them, because I made Amber a soldier as well.
Time to finish the job. Was that too much?
No, you're just enough. Just enough, my res cap thief. Yeah, I'll be honest. Zelkov is basically the Astor of this game. Or, well, basically the thief that has more defense than anything else. Yeah, maybe not do that. Etier, though. Please. Thank you very much. How high is your build? It is 12 when equipped with Hector Emblem. So yeah, you look like a stereotypical fighter, which is honestly just fine by me. I'll be honest, I'm actually thinking of making you a Berserker this time around. Because high damage output, might as well. And the Brave Axe, if I gave you a Brave Axe, you would destroy everything.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
I've seen a lot in my life. That is not the most disturbing thing I've seen. In fact, still kind of just wish you would talk like your normal self. Because this is a forced dialect that you're most likely doing to distance yourself from your crapshoot parents. Which, I mean, while fair, you don't want to be in any way associated with them. Still kind of sad to see that you're letting them have that much control over you, the way you live your life. I seriously wonder if there's like any way to actually get to this village, or anyone's found a way to get to that village, because I just don't see that happening. Oh, almost there. Do your thing, Zelkov.
Sleep well.
I'm just gonna let Zelkov take care of that before doing anything else. Oh yeah, Panette. I was zoning out there for a sec.
This is busy work.
Oh sure. Oh sure.
Sleep well.
Yep. Fall with the tip of the knife. I mean, even on this mode, you can still be a little... Oh! I did not realize that. The Barbarian class is a special class in this game. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. A Brave Axe, a Tomahawk, and an Owen Tome. How much does that do you? Yeah. Do that. Thank you. Maybe let Louis catch up for a sec here. I mean, they gotta move at some point, because they did in the original, though. Also, normal mode I've noticed has, you know, removed a lot of the boss movement mechanics of the previous. Must that be just a food coma too as to why I'm so tired? Let's go.
Nothing I hate worse than a meddler. You stuck your nose in our business, you'll pay.
Okay. You can't hit me.
All in the name of peace.
That was so fantastic. Really? You're gonna do that? Okay, fine. Tamara. Yeah.
Okay, who's next?
Thanks. You can destroy another bozo with 11 sword.
The oasis is ours, you hear? We've got exclusive plundering rights.
Oh, do you now? Then I have exclusive death right. Sorry, I have exclusive rights. Blech. 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 Then I have exclusive rights to your execution.
All flowers eventually wilt.
Wait, I'm sorry. The racket is Solm. What is the... I read about... Oh, foes within 3 spaces, so this actually reduces the crit rate. If you put her as a buffer. Well, it's... I guess I can't read. I guess I can't read. Also, okay, you know what? Stiletto.
Agony.
Thank you.
Guess I let my brother down. Again.
And this letdown has led to your death. Please tell me I have a long distance weapon in here, because I do want to give this guy some action. Yeah. That's fine. And here we go.
Pardon me. Was it much of a big brother? Was I?
You really weren't. I mean, you both were just like flames that peter out in, I wouldn't say the worst modern Fire Emblem, but it's definitely like it's ranking near the bottom for me. Yeah. Thank you, Zelkov. Thank you, Lynn. And now to let everything else play out. Cool. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. That was really disgusting.
That takes care of that. Sorry for roping you into the scuffle, Divine One.
I mean, this is only the second time you've done that, but, you know, it's all good.
That's all right. But I haven't had a chance to say why I'm here.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm just being, like, rude, but whenever Alear, this specific version of Alear, is speaking in, like, a text box as opposed to, like, you know, showing off their mouths, the way that it's positioned, I could swear that she looks cross-eyed whenever she does it, unintentionally. Maybe that's just me, but...
I already explained this to Queen Sephoria and Prince Vagato, but... the Fell Dragon has been released. He's back. It's sudden, I know. You're probably shocked.
No, they were just really good actors.
I already knew.
You did?
Mom and Fogato did too. We've all known for a while now.
And the bomb drops.
Fogato, you too?
Sorry. Truth is, our chance meeting in Tula Desert wasn't totally by chance.
Were you deceiving us?
The opposite, actually. I had to make sure that you weren't deceiving us. When the Fell Dragon returned, we had to take steps to protect our country.
I'll lay it out for you. The palace has scouts all over Elios, keeping an eye on the Three Kingdoms. When Elusia brought back the Fell Dragon, we learned about it early on.
Yep.
But we couldn't beat him without the emblem rings. And we couldn't use them without you. Our only option was to focus on defense. The corrupted started appearing, so we had to quickly lay out a plan.
And what was the plan?
First off, Mom would stay in the palace. She'd work with the Royal Guard to keep out intruders. And we'd send out our militia, the Sentinels, to bolster soldiers' efforts against the corrupted.
Yeah, I mean, that still isn't a detailed plan. You're just basically laying out just your separation of forces.
As captain, my job was to watch out for the corrupted near the Elusian border. If someone claimed to be the Divine Dragon, I'd size them up and bring them to the palace.
And now this is the actual plan.
That's why you hid the fact you're a prince.
I was in the Sentinels too, and I wandered the country keeping our rings safe.
As part of this plan, did you ever consider asking for another country's help?
No, because then we'd have to help them. We can't fight another country's battles. We're stretched thin fighting our own. That's how Solm does it. You scratch your own back, we'll scratch ours. Thank you very much.
I see.
I'm sorry we misled you, but we did it to protect the queendom.
I don't mean to criticize your country's way of doing things. I'm just surprised.
Here's the most important part of the plan, though. If you did turn out to be the Divine Dragon, we'd give you the Ring of the Radiant Hero. And then tell you where to find our other emblem ring.
Soul has
Yeah.
a second ring?
Yeah. Corin.
Yep, the Ring of the Crux of Fate.
And the
It's in
AC kicked in again.
Your Highness, a message from Solm Palace.
Yeah, this is when Hortensia attacks, right?
Huh? What is it?
And then, I believe Hortensia is the last unpromoted character you obtain in the game. Which I know, it helps, so, yep, things don't, yeah.
Hortensia, Princess of Elugia, has breached the palace.
Oh. Oh.
It's still, I don't know what it is, but Ivy's voice actor had probably one of the best performances in this game, hands down. Like, she just nailed her character so well.
What? How did she get in? We have to save Mom.
Let's go.
Also, Laura Stahl is nailing Alear quite well, too. I mean, it's just, she's really doing the best that she can to work with a script like this and make it sound natural, which is really hard to do, but I think she pulls it off. So honestly, that honestly could have been it with Brandon McInnes. Like, he had to work with what he was given. It was just like, even he, as talented as he was, just could not take it. I don't know. Like, I'll probably have to find some, I'll need to, really research the topic, because I'm basically inferring so much right now. Also, I still wish we could have walked into the buildings. Like, that still angers me that we can't do that. It was such a missed opportunity, and you're still sitting on the well, Fram. Where is... What? I could have sworn that there is an item over here. Oh, is it in the well? What? Oh, the jar here. Why was that so hard? Oh my goodness. Going over to the tents. You look nice in your soldier armor, Amber. The soldier class design is quite interesting. Louis, I didn't realize, like, he wears something like akinly generic to the way it kind of feels like a male Goldberry sort of vibe, which is odd. It works for him, to be quite honest. It honestly works for him. Okay, am I missing anything at all from this map? Item-wise, I don't think so. I usually just skip the conversations because it just takes a little bit more time. And then if I remember correctly, there was like a veil. Is there a veil scene at all after this? Or do you just go back to the Somniel? Because it has been a while since I played this part of the game. Or, oh wait, I think it's just in the next chapter. It's in the next chapter, isn't it? It's in the next chapter. But the flea market does get unlocked around this time, so that's pretty neat. And of course, emblem rings. I am Tamara. I am going to give you one ring in particular, and that ring will be
Tiki, let's go.
the grinding emblem. Alright, here we go. And you have that slim lance on you, so At some point, once you gain about 8 points of build, because thanks to the fixed growth rates plus Tiki's emblem, it's not that hard to gain a few points of build and finally get yourself, like, out of the gutter. Because 18 speed, I mean, those stats aren't bad. I mean, they're a little low for this level, but, you know, it's...
I'm Tamara, the future queen, and here I come.
Etier here, busting in once again.
I lost.
Yeah.
Fair and square.
But at least you're guaranteed at least 60 EXP. So I'm gonna do that, get you a level up, you know, do what I can here. And probably go back to the grind because I have both Marin and
Tamara
Penex
here,
to
the crown princess of Soul.
train up to.
Just the challenger I was hoping for. Let's fight.
Because there is... Oh! Perfect. Oh, darn it.
You trounced me thoroughly. I'm impressed.
Go ahead.
Calls for a victory song.
Nice. You actually gained some stuff and actually get to see a convo that I haven't gotten yet. Did I scrolled past Tamara. I scrolled past Tamara. That's great. That's fun.
Let's have some fun, shall we?
I am Marin, Royal Knight of Somme.
Twice in a
Prepare
row,
yourself.
but now she's wielding a sword and can deal more damage.
I lost. Fair and square.
And yeah, the conversation is still available. Level up. Probably going to suck at first. And then it's going to get a little bit better once, you know, she gains that next level. Yeah. Yeah, this is basically what I've been doing this entire game. Oh, this particular playthrough of this game. So, I might cut the stream at about 3 hours, though, just because it's a lot. It is a lot. Okay, so there are viewers tuning in. I just, you know, just very much, you know, it is what it is. It really is what it is. Like, I could stand to do a little bit better with interaction altogether because autism really just sucks with that, you know? And it's, you know, it's not like I haven't tried everything that I can try. I'm still trying everything that I can try, and even then it's like... It's kind of unrealistic to expect that out of a person. In general, not just autistic people. I recently watched, because Ian Hecox and Anthony Padilla actually reunited together as Smosh. I Spent the Day With, a few episodes of Anthony's I Spend the Day With series, and I watched him.
Time, are we?
Yes, I am killing time. How'd you like my impression of you? Yeah, I'm just, yeah. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, that's right. I am making my way over to this pool here. And doing some recommended. Okay, that's unlocked. Nice. And I already saw that on the main playthrough, so this actually is just something I'm gonna skip. NCA and Jade's Beast Sport. I don't remember that one, but
Another great workout. I'm ready to take on the world.
that might just be more of like that whole
Whoa!
notes.
You startled me there, Jade.
I think I saw this
Sorry,
one.
I didn't mean to.
I've noticed you watching me since the other day. What's all this about? If you don't fess up, I'm gonna take this to Prince Diamant.
Wait, I'll tell you. I was watching you and taking some character notes for my next novel. That's all.
Yeah, I did see this one.
Character notes. That's what you were mumbling about?
And then I think I went on a tangent regarding like, this is just a normal thing writers do all the time.
I want to see these character notes, and I want to see them now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Why can't I see?
Because.
Oh. I get it. I've heard rumors about this. How one of the Brodia retainers writes these goofy stories.
But apparently they're well acclaimed, even though I had to read through like some fast endings, if you can even call them endings.
That's you, isn't it? And now I'm a character in them, which is why you won't show me. Is that about right? Your writing me is all stuck up and shrewish, I bet.
Yeah, I still don't think that, even from what the little experience that I have seeing Jade's stories and what they'd be about. I mean, they're mostly just goofy stories meant to make people laugh. It's not supposed to...
No, it's nothing like that.
Don't lie to me. I see right through you. No making fun of me.
I would never...
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mind Etier, but then... Okay, yeah, this is a conversation that I saw already. Thank you. Don't need to see that again. I think, though, I don't think I've seen this one.
Hey, Marin! You look like you're lost in thought.
You could say that, Princess Tamara.
Well, what's on your mind?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about why I left my village.
Ah, yeah. You didn't want to become the next village matriarch.
Or maybe I did see that. Honestly, it's such a blur.
Yes, that's right. It was decided I had to take my mother's place. But I had always dreamed of being a knight.
Yeah, I think I saw this one
before.
before.
The whole thing was unreasonable. So I left.
You were a free spirit, even back then.
I wouldn't call myself a free spirit. Not really. But after traveling on my own for a while, roaming with nowhere to go, I met a fearless woman riding on a wolf. Now she was a free spirit.
Who, me?
Free spirit may not even cover it. You took on an entire gang of bandits by yourself.
Uh-huh.
And out of nowhere, you charged in to help. I'll never forget that day.
Neither will I. I didn't realize it then, but that chance encounter would change my life.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I saw that one before. I think I've also seen this one before. Yeah, I went through the B support, so I'm just, yeah. I'm almost to the point where I can just feel like I can fall asleep. Almost to the point. If I push myself through a little more, like, I will be yearning for the bed. Just ultimately going to help me more and more. I can do that because this music is starting to actually put me to sleep. Dinner and Illusia, I guess. Yeah. And shoot, I think Sami's okay, attention-wise. I'm going to check and see if... things are alright. Yeah, it's okay. It is okay. But yeah, this might actually be where I start like pushing people to advanced class level 20 because I can. So I'm gonna start with... I'll start with that and then call it when I'm just honestly just finished with it all. Let's go back to the main world map and just let the grinding session commence. Okay, yeah. And there's Ike's Parallax showing up again. And now I have Wrecking Crew by Overkill. Yeah, Wrecking Crew by Overkill is the name. Yeah, so death is almost a certainty here. There's Fog of War, there's a... I mean, there's a bunch of stuff here. Yep. Anyways, back to the whole grind sesh. And I'm starting with Panette.
Tiki, leave it to me.
Do I expect her to kill anything right now? No. All I expect is for her to gain levels based on hitting individuals. And then just... yeah. So...
'tis I.
Yeah. That's right. They default to this theme instead of going to that unique theme from this map. So unfortunate, but I get it. Okay, 25% chance to crit in a 30. Oh shoot! Because I'm gonna be doing a lot of this stuff. I keep forgetting to do this. Turning off animations just makes this blow by so quickly. Anyways, committing myself to the grind again after that little break by going into the main store. Yeah, 46 engaging with you allows the damage to go to 36, so that's damage overall. Let's see how... okay. Yeah, Panette could very well die. Right now, actually. Though, Blood Fury does help as a class skill. Bye-bye.
I can't believe I lost. I'll back off for now, but I won't forget this.
The retreat quotes can be a little funny at times. And this is why I also went on casual mode, just because I wanted to see every individual retreat quote and see what it was like. There's just something entertaining about some of these, like Bunet's quote in particular I found to be quite funny because it really alluded to him being food for worms if he died. I don't know, it's just... yeah, Ian Sinclair, man. Ian Sinclair is...
with elegance.
He's something. But yeah, this gets repetitive after a long time. Like, usually when I'm doing this on my own, I tend to skip through a lot of this stuff. So... yeah, normally, like... I wouldn't be seeing all this, but just for the sake of the stream, like, I'm adding double crits. That is nice. And the next level's just gonna be even better because, yeah.
I can't believe I lost.
Bye. This'll take a while. This'll take a while. This is by no means a entertaining process. That's where like my vocal commentary has to come in as the streamer. Otherwise, it's just, yeah, you fall asleep. I mean, either way, my voice might actually put you to sleep because, yeah, I know I'm putting myself to sleep the more and more I talk.
Verily.
The more and more that I burn energy, the more and more I sound like Travis Kelce on the sideline of the Super Bowl. Little by little. Little by little. Yep. Bye-bye. It's gonna be a lot of that before it gets better. Let's actually count the number of game overs. Let's see how long it takes for her to get to level 20 advanced class. So that is currently, oh shoot, that is not a good paper for writing. How about, yeah, so 1, 2, 3. Make that 3. Make that 3 game overs. I'm actually tallying it up on a piece of paper, so I actually legit want to see the data on this, like how long it actually takes for someone like her to get through a map that's meant for advanced class level 18. Because she has the higher internal levels, which actually does, the lower internal levels, which does help when it comes to, nope. Just go right back to it. And once again, only have the Tiki emblem because it gives her better growth rates. And 42%, and I'm skipping through that.
I can't believe I lost.
Number 4.
Now, but I won't forget this.
You're going to hear that a lot, and it's going to get annoying. You're going to be as annoyed as I am from hearing that entire game over. Like, legit, the only way that I get through some of these grinding sessions is, like, I try to find some kind of music to listen to while I'm doing it, just to have myself just get into the vibe of it all. Usually I tend to listen to, like, jazz fusion, progressive rock, metal sometimes. I've also been listening to a lot of this band called Sleep Token. I don't know if anyone has ever heard of that band, but it's basically this what you know the lead vocalist calls a musical collective, wherein he's portraying a preacher known as Vessel for a deity that is deity called Sleep. And basically, the whole of their musical discography is based around, that is death number 5, it's based around, you know, like some human stuff regarding like devotion and religion in general, like the feelings surrounding that. Though also, it just, I mean, it's not always that, you know, but, you know, I guess the best way that I can describe it is here. I'll send a link just to show what I mean by that. It should be just give you a general idea of this band, if only that I can. Yeah, let's see if I can't pull this off. I'm getting people into this band if they actually manage to make it this far. But yeah, what I'm about to post into the chat is, there we go. For those of you who are watching, if you're watching this in the future, hopefully I got you into a band and maybe even possibly a cult, because some of their imagery is pretty cultish. So 5 deaths so far. Let's see how many more we can get. Let's see how many more we can get before we actually start to pull away. Because something tells me I'm gonna make a prediction. She's gonna die 30 times before maybe not 30. I would say 50. Let's set it at 50. Let's set it at 50. I'll probably be way off, but you know, it's good to know. Depending on how lucky I get, you know. This is just going to be the same process. She finally gains another level up, so that's nice. 2 HP. Because the growth rate of that is pretty... Oh, lucky miss. This might actually go on a little longer than the previous one. Or not, because you have a long distance weapon. That is number 6. That is number 6. That is number 6. Hello, darkness, my... This really is like... It really is Simon and Garfunkel here in this incredible darkness. Eternal Claw. Yay! Starts with a crit. We love that. Actually helps out with the experience gain. Okay. Awesome. And now just need the experience of another... Oh my goodness, she might actually survive to the next turn. And another level up! Okay, we're starting to pick up speed. Hey! Thank you, thank you.
Not looking good.
Fortunately, her speed's still most likely going to suck. Okay, it's definitely gonna be this one. There we go. And death number 7.
I can't believe I lost. I'll back off for now, but I won't forget this.
Don't. Let it fuel. Let it fuel your growth. Okay. 7 deaths. Officially at 7. Oof. For those of you who actually have like the dedication to just do the same thing I do, props to you.
Verily.
I'm thinking of making a podcast episode regarding this subject, just a love letter to this kind of gamer. I have, once again, part of the script written. It's just like, you see, when something in my mind like just happens where it's just, you know, I mess up really bad and I'm really unable to just like easily recover from it. Like I sort of like shut down, and so that's ultimately what let me... Oh, you missed that one.
I believe I lost. I'll back off for...
Number 8. I had not seen this entire game over screen until I started figuring out how to grind in this game. The only thing that sucks about this method is that SP is not maintained. So even if you gain a boatload of skill points, like it's still going to, it's going to reset every time you retain experience. Which, I mean, I guess that's fair. That's a fair balancing effort. Same old, same old. And, well, at least you level up to level 5. Gain more speed and defense, so I'm happy with that. Smash plus. Blood Fury. Oh, it can almost kill with just a crit. But again, death. Though you moved down that time.
I can't believe it.
That's a difference. That's death number 9. I want to know for the future, because once again, like this is how I'm going to bring up the 4 wins plus the 2 felled children that are currently trapped in another world at the moment. So this is just a little bit of a test run to see how bad it will be, because I mean they don't have the internal levels.
Verily.
They don't have the higher eternal levels, so like it's probably going to take even longer. If we can start out with a crit, we're starting out strong. And not starting with a crit, but we do start with a miss, so... Double crits, okay, that's nice. More EXP, it's cool. Both misses, that is awesome. Except that destroys her. Okay, well, that's death number 10. So far, my trend towards 50 deaths, I don't know, 30 to 50. We'll shoot for that range of 30 to 50 deaths as a result of like this grinding method.
Right away.
Yep, right. That would be a really bad idea. This is better. Huh. And now you're outgaining your opponent in damage. And now you critted to start, so another level. Okay, HP skill build. It really is just a skill stat. Oh, I missed, but no crit. Guess you have to balance it out somehow. Blood Fury.
Fine by me.
Okay, you survived to the next turn. You can actually take this guy out without dying. And Blood Fury is activated, so you're going to gain more crits. Level 7. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, this might actually be the start for like larger growth. Yeah, this. Yeah. Okay, we're cooking now. More HP, 1 strength, 1 res. It's awesome. And death. That also might just be one of the Silver Corrupted. Yep, Silver Corrupted. Got killed by the Silver Corrupted. That would have given me another level. And that's death number 11. Yeah, it's so far that might actually lower my hypothesis from 30 to 50 to maybe 20 if we're lucky. You ever watch an episode of iCarly where they just made a whole bit around, you know, the feeling of just trying to keep your lips together, trying to push air out, and so it just creates this little flapping noise of just like an airplane. I don't get how we're able to do that, but
Verily.
it's always just been like a little clutch thing to utilize. 30 damage. Starting to outpace. Awesome. Starting to outpace. Starting to gain enough HP that we can... Okay. Still no crit. Yeah, she's going to die. Death number 12!
I can't believe I lost. I'll back off for now, but I won't forget this.
Okay, then death number 11 must have been an anomaly of some kind, because that was just bad. That was just really bad. Also, I didn't realize it, but like the game over screen kind of looks like the Law and Order typeset. Like it looks like the red Law in the Law and Order logo. It's just like game over. Like I'm honestly just expecting like the sound effect after they say like the beginning monologue of that show just go dun dun.
Of course.
Anywho, attempt number 13. Or run number 13. Towards the XP starts with a crit. Okay, that's a good start. Now you're level 9. And yeah, you're starting to gain stuff. I think you've already capped dexterity, so that stat ain't going any further up. It sucks, but I mean, that's sort of why I make you a Wyvern Knight. Anyways. Oh, that guy can't double her anymore.
Retribution is due.
Oh, it certainly is, because, hey, you are getting better, so that's nice. Your XP. Oh, the Silver Corrupted. 100 EXP. That is fantastic. And more strength. Another level. Level 11. Yeah, like this was probably her best. Yeah, and there we go. Death number 13, and she piled on quite the number of level ups. Almost equal to her level, but you know. Yeah, retaining EXP, trying again. Oh man, this is repetitive. Kind of like the way that I speak sometimes, but unlike this game, I actually have an excuse. My brain clumps words and phrases together to the point where, like, I have certain phrases that I will repeat over and over and over again. It's like, it is very much an autism thing. Though, strangely enough, like, it's either that or stutter or something else. Either way, like, there's going to be some language stuff a speech pathologist will have to go through with an autistic person. Okay, 1 crit, enough to take that bozo out. And now you can't double. You can't double her anymore. I wonder why. Maybe it's because the axe weighs you down a ton. HP, strength, and luck. Cool. Yeah.
Fine by me.
I'm going to wreck your stuff. Bye-bye. 42 EXP. And that hurts. You're probably going to get killed by the... I think that's 14? I think that's number 14. 14 or 15. I think I may have skipped a death, but close to 14. So far, it's looking like, you know, it may be maybe 20, actually, which would be really nice, because that would mean... That would mean a lot. As I would estimate then it would probably be like 2/3 of what it would actually occur. So like be 30 deaths or 30 to 35 for a person with a regular internal level. Okay. And same, just, that's a miss. 2 hits. Okay, so it's going off of this RNG. Level 13. Oh, nice. 2 HP, more speed, more defense. I love fixed growths. I love them. Don't have to rely on the luck of the draw. And most of these circumstances, I am going to take out the guy that can take me out from afar. Bye-bye. Please, silver. Dead. Darn it. And now I'm going to be bamboozled by chain attacks. Still alive. Level 14. More build. And Panette's dead. There we go.
I can't believe.
I think that's death number 15. But oh shoot! Oh no! Oh no! Oh crap! This is why you. This is why you save.
Engage.
This is why you save. Okay, you know what? Maybe I need to stop here so I don't spoil anything. Because if I go into that continue screen, I'm afraid that I'm gonna run in on my my hard mode save. Well, anyways, thanks for making this somewhat bearable. Just, you know, allowing me to speak to you all, whether it be those who tuned in during this or in the future when you look at this in the future. I'm doing an actual playthrough of this game on my main channel. It's a little bit more consistent. This is just more like for fun, just to see like in my own personal time what it is that I'm doing. But I mean, it's pretty, it's something. Like I don't hate this game. I certainly don't hate it, but I certainly felt quite betrayed by the hard mode experience when I was initially playing it. Anyhow, I will see you all later. Next Monday should be another video. I think it's Sigurd's Max Bond paralogue, so look forward to that. I will see you all later. Thank you for allowing me to do this. Take care.